Hi there everyone. Right, today we're back in my sister Shirley's beautiful garden, and we are going to be concentrating on this piece of the border here. I'll just pan along and show you how big the border is. So it sort of starts here. I've got a video out where we sort of pinned these fairy roses up here and took a lot of ivy off there. She's got a beautiful bamboo there, a little beach garden. Then we go along past the fairy rose. There's a beautiful buddleia there. The rambling rector rambling rose has finished now. And then we get to this bit of the border and it sort of loses its definition a bit, doesn't it? And this is what we're going to work on until you get to the deepest shade in this part of the garden where the hydrangea and the alstroemeria and the loose stripes start. And that there is a beautiful white peony rose. And actually it's got more buds on it, Shirley. So this is what we're going to do today. So we're going to dig everything out past the rose, aren't we? We're going to put the blue sheet down so the grass doesn't get all messy. We'll dig all the plants out, get rid of what we don't want, and Shirley has bought some new plants to go in here, and I think the thinking is less cottage garden and more sort of defined plants with soil that you can see around them. Right. Right, so we're going to work as quickly as we possibly can because this bit of the border is still in shade. It's extremely hot today. I've got water with me and I've got a sun hat for the first time. I'm going to wear that to try and keep it off the back of my neck, but I am coated up with factor 50. So right, let's get cracking. Right, I'm going to cut, this is Hellebore, I'm going to cut him right back because he's finished. He's a spring flowering plant. Lovely and healthy. And we'll probably leave him at the front of the border. Loads of lovely little leaves at the bottom. So we'll not dig him out accidentally. Lovely big patch, Shirley. Yeah. Right, this is all Hellebore. Pull this. Put this Aqualesia down. In out. Doesn't it? Like that scene from Dracula, isn't it, where he's in the back of the wagon and they're trying to get him back before the sun comes up. what's he called, the one that played Dracula? With the, you know, with the white hair with the big pom-pom things on. I'll think of it. I think you've got to be so careful doing heavy work, heavy gardening work like this when it's so hot, because it's not just the sun, it's the heat, isn't it? It can make you feel a bit nauseous. So that's why I thought, you know, I'm going to put my hat on today. And this is gorgeous, this big spiky one here, that's Montbretia, and you get a lovely zingy orange low growing flower from that. So Shirley knows what the colour palette is going to be and how it will change. Well, it's basically day to day at the moment, isn't it? You bought it and be sort of pinks and mauves one day, and then the next, it's amazing, it's sort of oranges and bright yellows. So how long ago was it? Was it just, it was about a week ago, wasn't it, when I cut that geranium back? I'll show you. So I cut this geranium back last week. It all looked like that there, just stems, wasn't it? Now we've got a load of new bushy growth. What was that, Shirley? I think it might, Shirley's saying it might flower again. I think it will flower again. Right, I've just spotted more Aqualesia here. So they're growing towards the light, so the actual base of the plant is tucked in underneath this Montbretia. You just have to reach back gently and pull it out. We've got a hellebore here as well.
There's about 5 hellebores now.
About 5 hellebores.
The white one.
Yeah. Right, so we've dug out a big tall lump of this feverfew, which Shirley loves because it shows up at the back of this border, which is shadier. It shows up from the house. But the thing is, those little ones there are the only ones that are going to get the water into this plant again now. So if I buried him like that in an hour's time, this would just all die off. So what you have to do is you have to take the stress off the roots, cut it right back so you've just got the roots left. Take the dead out the middle. He's got a bit green on there for photosynthesis. I'm going to bury him at the back, and I bet you within a week he's back up again. I'll give you them, Shirley. Right, so I'll show you the plants that Shirley's bought. She's bought this beautiful shrub. I'm not going to even try and pronounce that. That's what that is. So we've got him. She bought this one, which is Gilardia, and Shirley thinks that the roots are coming out the bottom, Shirley, so we'll probably be able to split him in two. In fact, I can see there's a very easy division down the middle there. The plants are looking a bit stressed because they're in small pots and they're large plants. As soon as it's dried out, this one has flopped, so we've had it in a bucket of water for about half an hour. He's had it. We've got this. And what I'll do is we'll put him in the border. All these plants, will soak them in, and then we're going to stand chairs in front of them to give a sort of shade screen to them, because if we leave these out in the baking sun today, they'll never recover. So that is a trolleus, a big yellow flower on that. And then this one here, labelled there, this one is, oh, it's a Rebecca, Shirley. So where would you like things putting?
Put that.
We're going to put this trolleus there, because he goes 50 centimetres tall. This that we've got here is a lovely lavender asters Michaelmas daisy. So he's going to go there. Putting the Rebecca here. You could put a bit of him here if you want.
I want the front and the bit so that my name was the edge of that board.
Right, okay. What Shirley's saying is she wants the edge of the lawn, the soil near the edge of the lawn kept empty, so that when our son comes on a Saturday and mows the lawn, the mower can get right up to the edge. Otherwise you just get really tall grass. Right, I'll get these in. Oh yes, we've got a lily here. Again, he's been dug out at the wrong time. He's nearly finished anyway, Shirley, look, the flower. Right, we'll cut him down. Cut him near the bottom. And I'll take one of... No. So we'll leave one leaf on, and we'll put that leaf and him, no, not him, him back in. Now he is back of border. So what about in that space back there? Gary Oldman, that's who played Dracula. That's the Dracula I'm thinking of. Just in case, like me. Who was the actor again? So what I'm going to do is, I'm not just going to make the hole the size of the pot. I'm going to dig as much of that as I can around it to loosen it up. Give them a fighting chance. He should pick up if we give him a good soak. Oh, he's very hot bound him at the bottom. I'm going to break the roots there. Encourage him to go out. He is really starting to pick up, because he was only watered last night. Wow. My goodness. It's like a thick carpet of root. And you need to damage the root at the bottom, because when they're as pot bound as this, those roots wouldn't go down. As soon as you break them, they try and regenerate themselves, so they go out looking for moisture and nutrients. That should do it. Free it up round the bottom a bit. He's got much better chance now. So this one, They are matted, but they're quite soft. And also they're twisting round, they're easy to break off a bit. Right, so what I'm going to do is, there's a very definite divide there. I'm going to put this spade in the middle. That's it. That was easy. 2 plants for, now what was he? £8, £7.95. So we've got 2 plants, £4 each. Excellent. That's it. Now where do you want that other bit?
And then maybe the border outside the back door there.
In the border outside the back door. I'm going to do that straight away because you don't want this plant's roots exposed for too long. So Shirley's going to give this whole border a really good soaking. All those new little plants that we've just put in needs to go right down, at least as deep as the bottom of their roots. And in the meantime, I'm going to go over in front of her back door and we're going to find a space to plant that other piece of Rebecca there before he wilts. So what I'm thinking of is this valerian's coming to the end, so we'll cut him down, but I can see a nice big patch there, something behind him, but we'll put the Rebecca in there. And then I'll also I think I'll pull the valerian out of the middle and cut this patch down on the end because he's finished. So this is the finished border, looking gorgeous, so much better. These are our cups of tea and Shirley's just breaking open the Twix there. I'm going to have a chocolate round. I'm sure I've lost my sunglasses. I always lose my sunglasses. So, are you pleased with your border? It looks lovely. Very nice. And I've timed it, and we did that in 1.5 hours. Super speed. So, but really well done. And that plant that was really droopy is already picking up with that good soil. Shirley's gardens always had a freshness to it wherever you've lived. Your garden's always changing, it's constantly changing. She's always moving plants around and digging borders. Well, you were digging borders out and moving your plants around. And I think it's really frustrating when you buy plants and you get them home and for whatever reason either you can't or you haven't got time, you've got to prioritise something else and they sit outside, don't they? And you worry about them. Even in the shade, these plants were wilting in their small pots. I know I've got a tray of plants at home and they were fine in the garden centre, and then I've got them home and outside they're all wilted. So what we do in that case is, you'll have seen me with buckets, and we just half fill them with water and submerge the roots in those, and that gives them a fighting chance. Obviously not for a long period of time, because otherwise your plant's roots will drown. But you know, you can get 1 or 2 days in a bucket of water, can't you? So yes, I'll give you a quick look at the Alstroemeria here. Isn't that beautiful? I think this one's called Indian Summer, isn't it? Gorgeous. And that gorgeous rose there, absolutely gorgeous. And then if we come over here, that beautiful daisy. This isn't the Shasta daisy, it's a later flowering, much more robust daisy. And then that beautiful pale pink rose at the back. This is a work in progress. This is going to be the stumpery. Yeah, that's going to look lovely, Shirley. And this is a gorgeous rose. Beautiful. That's Queen Elizabeth, that rose. Right, so we are going to have a much deserved cup of tea and a chocolate biscuit. Hope you've enjoyed the visit to Shirley's garden again.